The market is much better in Asia and less developed areas as access to surgery is less. So the people there are more willing to kind of do the brace for longer and put more effort into getting the bracing to work right. Also, in Asia, kids actually follow what their parents say, unlike here. So they don't go to school and take it off and then put it on just before they go home and say, I wore it all day, Mom and Dad. And then when they go see the orthopod, the orthopod goes, why are you worse than you were before? And the parents look at the kids and the kids lie directly. So it's quite actually funny to watch. Our sales strategy, this is a little bit more developed, but essentially it's three things. We package the brace with brace manufacturers as an add-on kit. The largest manufacturer in the world of braces, we've actually basically partnered with them, so they are willing to take this thing forward and sell it as soon as we get through some hurdles on our side. Orthotists that make custom braces, we would sell through the same people that they buy their orthotist supplies from, so their orthotic supplies from, so it would be whoever those companies are. And then really getting the orthotists on board isn't all that important. We need to get the orthopods on board. And the way we do that best is there's about 3 or 4 conferences where all the scoliosis doctors that do scoliosis in the world go to, and we intend to present our clinical trial results there. So essentially, if we can get good clinical trial results and get them into and get that in front of the physicians, we already know that that's the way you sell to those physicians, and that's very successful. So I guess our next step is we're going to complete a small production run. We're going to acquire some CSA, CE approval so we know the device itself is safe. And then we're going to launch a 1.5-year large clinical trial in Edmonton and Hong Kong. The reason we're doing Edmonton is so that we can control how that process works, but Hong Kong is the place to go. We do 20 braces a year in Edmonton. We do 20 braces a year in Edmonton, and we will do 400 braces a year in Hong Kong. And hopefully the next place we go to after that is Beijing, where they do 5,000 braces a year. So compiling the results if favorable and then executing on the sales strategy is kind of the next step. So the regulatory approval, the reason we've decided to go to Asia first is the regulatory approval required there is significantly less. We can get it in there as long as we can prove efficacy, and we'll be able to move forward from there. So I think that's it. Thank you. Any questions?
Thanks so much, Mark. Any questions at the back?
How do you think about pricing the active components at the under 2,000 once given a surgery equivalency is 100,000?
The reason we do is because we want it to be somewhat affordable to the people that are buying the brace, and we've looked at other stuff that has been made for braces before as add-ons, and they are around the $1,000 to $2,000 US mark. If we go any higher than that, we just kind of feel that would be it would probably price us ourselves out of the market. So we don't know for sure. That's still preliminary. We've got to do a little bit more market research before we can decide on the final price. But also in Asia, we've been told that because the patient often does end up paying for it, if we go any higher than $1,200 US, it's unlikely that they would be able to afford it. So, any other questions? Yes?
I personally wish you all the success in the world, because going through the operation is sheer unadulterated hell.
Yeah, we've heard that.
Yeah, take a choice between your scoliosis surgery or burning in a fire. Burning in a fire is easier than the surgery.
Okay. Thank you.